believe in God. I know God.
I love me some Jesus.
You're doing too much.
That's crazy. That's on the next episode.
It's the moon reading.
I rock with you, YaYa.
It's all love.
They better listen to this advice. We good.
You crazy, girl.
This is what this show is about, all right? We
With
keep
the
it real.
and real talk, the God in God talk.
And that's a wrap.
Today is Tuesday, December 4th, and you're listening to Real Talk on Godtalk, a podcast for people who skip church for brunch on Sundays.
Hey, listeners. Hey, YaYa.
Hey, Truth. Hi, beautiful people.
So this week for our check-in, we're actually going to try something a little different, YaYa. We're going to play a little game. It's a little exercise called low-high, all right? So, YaYa, what was your low for this week?
My low was telling a series of unnecessary lies.
Oh, dang.
People would ask me questions and they would be like, I'm not going to say exactly what I said.
Right.
But people would ask questions and be like, oh, why are you late for this thing? And I would just make up like the craziest, most outlandish lie for no reason. And it's like, I try to tell the truth.
Right.
But I don't know if I was lazy this week and I just didn't want to deal with it or whatever, but I was just lying. And I feel kind of bad about it now.
Aw.
Yeah.
You was like Kevin Hart with the deer, bruh. All right, cool. So, what was your high where you felt high and sunshine and rainbows this week?
So I was pretty tired. I pulled an all-nighter for no reason. I thought I had an assignment due that was not due. But I was like, let me just do everything I need to do for the day. And so I did some community service where I was around people who are at like their lowest points, really struggling financially, just acclimating themselves into society.
Right.
And they were just so filled with love and joy and just graciousness. And it just reminded me, you think things are going on with you and that gives you a right to be negative, but it doesn't. Like, not at all.
Perspective.
So, right? And so that was my high for the week.
All right, that's what's up.
How about you, Truth? Your low.
All right, so my low for the week was I got sick right after Thanksgiving.
Ooh, like food sick?
Like food sick. I ended up going out with like my siblings and we ended up just, going out to like this restaurant and it was the restaurant. Whatever was something in the food, but I was sick for like a week. Like, it was just bad for business everywhere because it put me behind on so many things, So that was definitely a low.
Oh, give them a B or a
no,
C.
they shut down. Okay?
No, okay, they need a D. All right, well, okay. And your high?
My high for this week was that I got a video from my nephew, my youngest one, and he sent me a video saying, "Hi, Auntie," and he was telling me how much he loves me and everything like that. And that was a real high for me because he's autistic, and so he's completely putting his words together. So he put this entire video together, and it was like the cutest thing. It melted my heart. So I like keep it on rotation to remind myself, like, you know what? You just gotta keep pushing, because he does not stop. He just does not stop. He don't care. Like, he want to learn something, he gonna learn it.
I hear
and I'm
that.
like, I love that attitude. More adults need to have that. So that's a good reminder for me.
Okay. Very nice. That's sweet. So now that we're all settled in, present here together.
Yes, present.
Let's give a rundown of this week's episode.
In God and the World, we'll be talking about John Chow, the American Christian missionary who was killed by native people after sneaking into the Bay of Bengal to spread the good news. Some of his last recorded words were, "My name is John, I love you, and Jesus loves you. Jesus Christ gave me authority to come to you."
Whoa, that is crazy. Next, on a lighter note, in time with the upcoming holiday season, we'll be addressing our Real Talk question of the week. On a scale of broke to 10, how much are we really into Christmas shopping this year?
Next, we'll take a little break to announce the winner of our Real Talk on God Talk new and noteworthy swag giveaway.
Hey. Am I eligible? Can I be a winner? Nah?
Nah.
Oh,
nah,
okay,
nah,
it's
nah,
quite
nah.
flat. That's cool. Then we will be getting you together with Keeping Time with YaYa and the Moon Reading.
And last, we'll end with a different kind of community pastoral care segment. Last week, all over the headlines was the story of American Christian missionary John Chow, who traveled to the Bay of Bengal in India to evangelize about Jesus Christ. Now, I feel all types of ways about this whole concept of trying to convert people, but that's neither here nor there, because realistically, we know that this thing happens all the time, right? Churches and organizations from America and other Western countries send people on mission trips to the global South, because we don't say third world countries anymore.
We off that.
Right? So they send them out there to do good works, right? So like building schools, churches, hospitals, with also the intent to spread Christianity to the people who are there.
Okay, so John Chow goes over there, to do his mission work, which is so normal. But this is where the story gets a little strange. Although John went to India with a missionary organization, he was really excited and on his own agenda. It wasn't enough for him to just speak to the rural Indians. He needed to take it a step further and try to reach the Sentinelese people who live on a remote island in the Bay of Bengal. The Sentinelese people have managed to keep out the industrial world for years now. They are just not with it. They want no parts of white people and no parts of their Jesus. On his first attempt to reach these people, John made an unsuccessful attempt to evangelize them, and he was met with bows and arrows. But he survived that first attempt.
Oh, so this was his second trip.
Yes. So unfortunately, he was killed on his second attempt or,
gotcha.
another attempt.
Okay.
Right.
So according to the National Public Radio reports, he wrote in his diary, "Lord, is this island Satan's last stronghold where none have heard or even had a chance to hear your name?"
Do people still talk like that?
Apparently, but this language makes me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
But on November 16, Chow left instructions with the fishermen for contacting his family, friends, and colleagues. And he also wrote, "You guys might think I'm crazy and all this, but I think it's worth it to declare Jesus to these people. Please do not be angry at them or at God if I get killed." Well, unfortunately, not soon after, John was killed.
Ooh. So the loss of life is always a really sad thing, but I think that there's really a lot to unpack here.
Absolutely.
If we're going to be real, when I first heard about this, so I wake up in the morning, I'm scrolling Instagram, and all I see is these memes with native people shooting bows and arrows and white people falling into the ocean. And, it's the general sentiment is that's what he gets. Why the hell is he going over there?
Right.
Trying to change these people.
All, after he's been warned, because he was told it was illegal to go there. So it wasn't he was told this and he still wants to go. And this is the colonizer mentality, right? To I'm gonna go and I'm gonna civilize the savages. This is that mentality. This is the mentality of, I don't care if it's illegal to go there. I'm gonna go because I feel that I have the right to go. Because according to him, he's working under a different authority, right? Mm-hmm. Well, there's authority in the land as well. And that they told him he does not need to go there. And, it's unfortunate when these events happen, but at the same time, it's you were warned and you escaped the first time. So, he already knew what was meeting him, and I think that's why he was traveling there this time by night. Because he was trying to sneak into this place.
It's and he just seemed really zealous about it too.
Yes.
He had it in his mind that he was charged by God to change these people. And it's he didn't even speak the language.
Right. He went for no other reason than to
say that he went.
Right. And to declare Jesus.
How are you going to declare Jesus to these people in English?
Right.
What was the plan?
Right.
Exactly. Legit, what was the plan? And it really, I guess to move it to a broader perspective, because, we laugh and we joke, but it is the loss of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
He died, and that's really sad. But to take it to a broader perspective, it's a question of this colonizing mentality backed up by the church that says, I am the white savior, and it's my job to go and, civilize you people. And it moves out of just, religious atmospheres. That type of mentality, that type of thought, that's what we have to deal with every day at work.
Exactly.
That's the thought process of gentrification. Even like, we come into these neighborhoods and we make it valuable. We make it good. We're going to teach you people how to enjoy the culture of New York City.
Exactly.
Really. Like, it moves on even just from like a strictly religious, I'm evangelizing into like more cultural things as well.
Yeah, and then on top of that, what I don't get about like the like evangelizing, it's like, where is like the respect for somebody else's beliefs, culture? Where is that? Where's the compassion for that? Where's the respect for that? Like, how is it that people are able to override that because they feel that what they believe is one and true and everybody needs to like adhere to it? Doesn't like that go against everything that Jesus taught?
Like, where in the Bible does it say like Christianity is a zero-sum game?
Right.
Like it's this or nothing.
Right, exactly.
It's like you come over there and you say, my name's John and I love you. And it's like, how is that love?
Right.
On top of the idea of, you are completely disrespecting them. You're bringing your diseases that they are not immune to.
At all.
Like, you're like,
they are in a remote area by themselves for a reason. So how did he not think that any introduction of himself and whatever he may be carrying, although it doesn't affect probably other people around him, wouldn't affect, the people from here when they're not used to it? Like, how is that? What's the mindset that makes it feel okay? And then just his writing of like, is this like Satan's stronghold on like,
I don't know. It sounded like there was maybe like other things going on as well. And so ultimately I'm going to say that this plan was not well thought out.
It was not.
And it ended in a very unfortunate way.
Absolutely.
But
and people need to think before they do stuff.
Right. That's a lesson to all you overzealous Olivias and super excited Susies. Yes. You might want to tone it down a bit.
Bring it back a little bit. Okay? Right. Bring it back.
So on a lighter note, let's get into this.
Yes, let's do it.
Is our 5th episode.
Yay! Time is flying, girl. I'm telling you.
The first week of December, final season for us.
Yes.
But for everyone, it's the holiday season. Even if it's not your holiday.
Right, exactly.
It's the holiday season. And this year I am all here for Christmas. Like, I am really, the day after Thanksgiving, I changed my radio to Light FM. Yes. And like, all Mariah Carey, everything.
Yes, all Christmas music all the time.
Right. The lights going down 125 are gorgeous. It's like the whole atmosphere is changing. My husband and we are going to SantaCon this year. I'm really excited.
What? Yes, have fun. That's always a blast.
I'm going to be Santa and he's going to be a reindeer.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I feel like people on the train are going to think we're like doing freaky stuff. He's like my furry or something.
Yeah. But I look at them freaks.
Right. But,
And you're going out at night. The freaks come out at night.
Right. But yeah, so, it's the Christmas season, but what is like, I guess, topmost on everyone's mind is where the gifts at.
Right? What you giving me?
Shopping season, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I heard it was crazy.
It's always crazy every single year.
Yeah.
Like, I refuse to go out on Black Friday. I refuse. It's not my thing. I don't do it. I can't.
I went out so I did not participate this year.
Okay.
But I went out last year, only Target. It was mild. Like, I guess I saw some people getting a little aggressive, but I'm more of like a sideline type of girl. Let me get my little Fitbit, and I'm not fighting over no TVs. But I am a Cyber Monday girl.
You see that I could get with. I could get with the Cyber Monday deals. I was on it. That's cool. Like, and I would just wanted to see what deals were actually deals. Because there's so many times where the manufacturers, they just raise the price and then cut it down and it's not really a deal.
It's a scam.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to see like what the deals were for that day. But I like Christmas. I like this holiday season. I love going down to like Fifth Avenue, seeing all the decorations. That's like a perfect date night. And it's just like bougie and I love it.
It's just like bougie and I love it.
Yeah, I'm like this. This is all for me. They've decorated the stores just for me. So I love it.
So it's actually funny because most of what we've been talking about with, the Christmas season and stuff is all about the culture of Christmas, but very little about sweet baby Jesus.
Fact.
I mean, I'm sure that in a few weeks we'll get our weekly headlines about people mad because Starbucks won't put Happy Birthday Jesus on their cups or whatever. But unpopular opinion, I prefer my Christmas a little light on the Jesus story. It's not that I don't believe, and it's not that I don't know the origins, but I'm just more about the decorating the tree, the time together, family.
Yeah, I feel you.
But what I am on the fence about is this whole gift giving thing.
Why is that?
Like we were talking about with, the whole Black Friday shopping thing, I just feel like it really turns the pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shopping is one thing. Shopping during the Christmas season is a freaking sport.
Absolutely. It is.
You gotta train for that stuff.
It's an Olympic sport.
Right.
We're giving out medals next year.
Right. I absolutely love giving gifts every other time of the year. Yeah. But around Christmas, it's like the pressure, it really builds. And it's a little bit too much for me.
That's so true because I feel you're thinking more of what you're going to give. And then they bring out they pull out all the stops for the season where you're like, oh man, that would be the gift of all gifts. And so it does get you into that competitive spirit of, what am I giving? Is it, I feel like asking the question, is this a good Christmas gift?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Right, exactly.
You should just be happy that I got you something.
Right, exactly. So as opposed to what would it mean if I just got this gift on your birthday? Would it mean any less? Probably not. It'd probably still mean a lot. But I'd probably pay for it more on Christmas than on your birthday. So there's that.
So I am actually bad. If you're under the age of 30... No. Okay, no. Not if you're under the age of 30. If you're under the age of 13...
Right.
I will probably get you a gift. And I'll probably get you a nice gift. Because, I want you to
I want you to unwrap something.
Right.
I agree.
If you're over the age of 13...
Listen.
You are most likely out of luck.
Right. You need a JOB.
Right. Our Real Talk question of the week is, on a scale of broke to 10, how into Christmas shopping are we this year? And I'm on, a 2.
Oh, you good? I'm about a 4. That's where I'm about a 4. And I don't know, that depends on the day you ask me. That's just it. But have you ever given, gifts that are, too lavish? For a Christmas? Just balling way beyond your budget?
So, last year, it's funny. So, my husband and I, we kind of came to the conclusion that we're not going to, do the whole Christmas gift thing for each other. We'll give, tokens usually, but not, going crazy. Last year, I was working part-time retail and, I had my little discount. Yes. And so I thought I was doing something and I went crazy.
Oh.
Whatever my check was, I probably spent my whole check plus some more.
Dang. Yeah.
And I just went nuts. Mm-hmm. And so Christmas came and of course I have a million gifts for him, and he might have had 1 or 2 things for me, and he was so mad at me. And so it's just I think it's funny when you talk about is a gift too lavish? I personally don't think any gift can be too lavish, but I think that it's all about the dynamic of gift giving. People say it's the season of giving, but a lot of what goes into whether or not you give is how you're going to receive as well. Not saying that you should give a gift based on whether you're going to get one back, but that dynamic goes into it.
Absolutely. I think you do match up the gift depending on what you think you're going to get. Or also what role that person plays in your life, right? So I know a lot of companies, they'll do the Secret Santas and, they put a limit to it, you know what I mean? And so sometimes they're well, we can just all do gift cards or whatever. But sometimes I'm fine, I get it, like, $20 gift card or whatever. But at the same time, I could go and find something on clearance that'll be real nice, and I'll probably spend less than $20, So it's like, I got to balance that out because I might want to get you the gift instead of giving you a $20 gift card. I don't know. It depends.
How do you decide if you're giving someone a gift for Christmas?
One, I have to, like, see you.
Like physically,
I physically see you. That I'm not mailing no gifts, okay?
I hear that.
I'm not mailing no gifts, okay? So I gotta. So it has to be someone that I'm like constantly in relationship with. That I'm like, okay, it would be kind of messed up if I just don't have anything. And then from there, I think for me, over the years I've grown to do this more, where I'm like, what is practical? What does this person actually need that they would actually like use and like enjoy, as opposed to like I'm just getting a gift because it's a cute gift and like of course they would like it. But actually no, I want them to be able to like to use something. So whether it's like, I don't know, if it's like an appliance or something, or
An appliance. Oh my God.
Or like some electronic to make like their life easier, like I'm all for it. As long as it's gonna like that person is gonna use it. I really hate buying gifts that people will not use. So when it's like little trinkets and stuff like that, like I'm like, don't
glass figurines of like elves kissing for you. None of that.
No snow globes. None of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I prefer like to give the gifts that I know people are gonna use, because I'm like, okay, then though it has a use. It doesn't just because it's something else that they can just throw away.
I mean, that's fun for adults, I guess. Everyone wants a good vacuum cleaner.
Are you laughing now? Okay,
right.
So you get, what's that thing?
What?
The one that cleans itself, the little iRobot.
Oh, the little like robot thing.
Yeah,
like, I am your vacuum cleaner.
So cleaning your whole house, then be thanking me.
I'll take it. Them things are like $400.
Yeah,
I sell that sucker on eBay. No, that's so tacky. I would never do that, guys. Give me gifts. I'll keep them. Nah.
Oh man.
But seriously, like for adults, the whole practical gift thing is fun. But I remember growing up, like, we weren't like poor, but we were working class, and my mom being a single mom, I was always very aware of like, our financial situation. And so what she would do is I would get like clothes that I needed. And so the gift under the tree would be filled, like mad gifts. But it would be like individually wrapped packs of socks and mad brassieres. Oh, my best friend hates that I say brassiere, bras, whatever. Mad bras and like my winter coat and some boots and mad books. Like that was my Christmas. And it would be like, thanks, mommy, because you got me a lot of gifts.
Of course.
But like, thanks, mommy. Another brassiere, huh? Like.
Well, you know what? That's funny because I still do that. We're like, for all the kids, like when I have them over, I'm just like, if it's a 3-piece set, okay, no, it's a 1-piece set. Okay,
I hear that.
I'm like, listen, this little outfit gonna be in one. This, if it's like the shorts and pants, I'm all separate
Wrapping.
That's it.
More to open.
Or like, when they have like those gift bags where it's like the perfume, the lotion, and something else. All 3 separate, baby. 3 separate.
True.
Yo, that's
do
true
better.
right there.
Do better.
Listen, there's a reason for that, right? So I think over the last few years, I've gotten better at when I do my Christmas shopping, I'm not going to put it on a credit card. I'm like, if I don't have the cash to pay for it, then I have to rearrange the things that I'm getting. Or I just have to like rethink my strategy, right? Or what I've done is I've baked and I'll give out like the boxes of
that's
cookies.
nice.
Right? It's cute, right? And it's a little more affordable when you strap for cash. So my reasoning for saying that is because I don't like going into the new year with like a whole mess of debt that I've just added on for this 1 month, right? So I heard a report that they were like, in January, people go into like the new year with like $1,000 more of debt just because of the spending they did during the holidays. And then they said that 50% could only pay it within 3 months, which
so
I
that's
think is
interest
still a lot.
On top, right?
So whoever can pay it, they said that after that, everybody else said that they could pay the minimum. So you already paying double with the interest rates as they are now. And then if you even like transfer a balance to a new car. Like, you still got to pay it off within a certain time, because if you don't pay it off within that certain time, then all that interest that has been accumulated, they just add it at the end, and then like you double screwed. So is it really worth it to like go into like massive amount of debts that you later on you can't really pay? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my style, but that's probably just because I'm just like, I'm into Christmas, but it comes and it goes. But I definitely can I can empathize, and I can understand how you could get in that situation. Like, I know people who grew up really poor, and who, when Christmas time comes around, for them, it's really a time to show their kids that, we're not there anymore. Look at what, mommy and daddy can buy you. Look at what we can do. And it's like a point of pride. It's a point of like, just a reminder that, you're worth it. You're valuable. You can get as much as, those other kids can. And so like, I can understand how. And then especially, with all the commercials, the advertising, all that stuff, how like if that message gets into your head, you'll do anything to put a little smile on your kid's face.
Right.
And so like I can understand.
I could definitely understand that too, because especially if you grew up with like not having much and like you're gonna go all out for your kids. Like that, I respect that, because like you're trying to give your kids something better than like you may have had. But I think at the same time, like, we got to be smart about it too.
Right.
Because at the end, like, you want to be able to leave your kids something, That PlayStation 4 ain't cutting it.
That's not even going to last 2 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I think it's just about thinking a little more of like the gifts that we're gonna give, and like if we can actually afford them or not. Like, hey, if you got the money to ball out, go ahead, ball out. I mean, but if you don't, then I think we just need to be a little more financially responsible. And then, another thing that we could do during the holiday season is buy local. Like support your businesses, your small businesses. Why not? Those are, at least we know it's going into something. We're supporting our communities. That's another way that we can go as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely a proponent for small businesses, buying local, buying black. Like, absolutely. I am just like minority, woman. Yeah. Like, I am all for it.
We here,
Yes, yes.
So true, yeah.
And I mean, I know earlier I had said like, oh, I'm not so into like the Jesus and the holiday and stuff. My grandma was, she'll get me for that. But, I think that although that's not like the part that I kind of harp on, I think it's important to kind of bring Christmas into what it's for. If we're here to celebrate the birth of Jesus on at least one level, then let's talk about the ways in which Jesus emphasized community. Absolutely. And I think that whole buying local thing, and not just buying local, but reevaluating how we give gifts as well, and like what that means. You were telling me before about one of your coworkers that talks about like not giving gifts but giving experiences.
Yeah, so one of my coworkers said that with all her nieces and nephews, she stopped buying gifts. When they were younger. She said absolutely not. And what she started doing was buying experiences. So experiences of like taking them to like a Broadway show, taking them to the botanical gardens, taking them to a museum. These different type of experiences she would take them to. And what she said was that now that they're all in college, those are the things that they remember. As opposed to, they can't remember what gifts they got at the age of 13, but they can remember that she took them to a play. And I was like, that is actually a great idea. Obviously, we would still have to spend money, but
if you got it.
Right, if you got it. And then at the same time, though, we're gaining like family time. We're gaining memories. That is really the stuff people will remember when they get older. Whatever jokes you cracked on the way there, the whole feeling that you get from seeing the lights and being at your first Broadway show, all those things will be embedded in a child's mind. And like that for me is more valuable than any gift you could give them, because that opens up their world potentially to so many other things. And so that is another way that we can look at it, start giving experiences.
Yeah.
And there's so much free stuff that you can do around the holiday too. So, if you savvy, then you can actually give like a free experience.
Yeah.
And you still be good,
Because, I mean, the idea of a gift, so it's funny. So we talk about gifts and, we've been we've been lightly playing with the Jesus part of Christmas. And you all let us know if you're interested in another episode, kind of like going more in depth about the figurative, spiritual meanings of Christmas, all that stuff. We've been kind of playing with that. But besides that, when you talk about giving gifts, why do we give gifts at Christmas time? So the Magi, the what are they? The
wise men.
Thank you. The 3 wise men, they went to Jesus to visit him, to give him gifts to mark his coming. So they gave him gold, which was supposed to spiritually represent his kingship, frankincense, which was supposed to represent
his priestly
role, and myrrh, which is kind of like a call to the burial rites that he would have once he died and was killed.
Dang, like little homie just came into
right.
the world. Like.
He was just born right to the death. But anyway.
Yeah.
And so all the gifts that Jesus received were spiritual, were meaningful, had like a sense to them. And so symbolically, when we give gifts now, it's like we rush to like fall into this consumerist idea of like, I got to give something expensive. I got to give something name brand. I need to stunt on people with my gifts. But that's not the point, really.
Not at all.
And, like Truth was saying, giving thoughtful gifts, giving of yourself, giving of your time. I really like that cookie idea that you said. That's really cute.
I love that one.
But, like reevaluating the way that we give gifts, moving it away from this pressure to spend and spiral off into debt. I think that's something that we can really kind of like walk away from this conversation with,
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, the greatest gift is the gift of time.
Aw, right? You're so cute. You should see Truth smiling here.
I was happy to say that.
Looking like an infomercial. The gift of time.
Yes, exactly. Hire me.
She's still trying to get hired.
So yeah, it definitely is, right? The gift of time with family, with friends, with your loved ones, cracking jokes, watching a movie. That's time we can't get back. So the time to do it is now.
Yeah. And so happy Christmas. Well, we're not there yet, but soon.
You mad hype?
Clearly. Happy Christmas. And who says I'm mad Caribbean? Happy Christmas. Anyway, y'all get the point.
To keep the conversation going, tell us what you think by following us on Instagram or Twitter at Real Talk On Godtalk.
So now it's time to announce the winner of our Real Talk on God Talk new and noteworthy giveaway.
Yay!
So a little while ago, a couple of weeks, we really wanted to push engagement, just let you guys know that we're excited that you're listening to us and try to like broaden our listenership to more people. And so we really wanted to be featured on iTunes new and noteworthy section. And so what we did is we did a giveaway. And so we asked our listeners to rate and review us on iTunes and then post a snapshot of their rate and review, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars.
Yes.
And include the hashtag Real Talk on God Talk new and noteworthy. And you all came through in the clutch.
Yes, y'all showed out.
Yes, showed up and showed out. And so we thank you so much. And what you all entered your names in to win are one each.
Don't get carried away.
Yeah, we ain't balling like that yet.
Right.
But we are giving away 2 Real Talk on God Talk mugs, which are super cute. We've gotten so many comments about people who want to buy them, but our winners will receive them for $3.99.
Yeah. All right, so let me announce the winners. So our first winner is Grace is Grown.
Hey, yay! Grace is Grown.
And our second winner is Jill Stephanie 1018. Woo woo! Congratulations to both of our listeners who have won our Real Talk on God Talk coffee mug. Now you can listen to our podcast while you're having your little morning coffee or your tea or whatever you want.
Your shot of vodka.
Whatever. We're not here to judge. So Just be on the lookout. We will hit you up on Instagram with details on how to receive your coffee mug.
Congrats, y'all. Thanks for participating.
And for those of us who did not win, we do want to thank you for your participation. And it is never too late. Please continue to spread the word about Real Talk on God Talk. We want to be able to bring more content to our listeners, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Real Talk on God Talk. We really appreciate all the love that we've been receiving. We really couldn't do this without y'all.
Today is Tuesday, December 4th, and you're listening to Keeping Time with YaYa. We are coming fresh off of World AIDS Day, which was on December 1st, and so we wanted to take a moment to honor those who have passed from HIV and AIDS and those who are still living and thriving with the disease, doing what they need to do to prevent the virus, suppress it if they have it, and stop its spread. Let's open up the conversation and end the stigma against HIV/AIDS to save lives. On another note, for those who follow the church's liturgical calendar, we are in the season of Advent. Culturally, we tend to think of it as like marking the oncoming birth of Christ in the Christmas season, but that's actually a more modern association. Advent comes from the Latin word adventus, which is for coming. Originally, it was a season that marked the expectation of the second coming of the Messiah. And so originally it was the idea of like the second Messiah was coming to bring judgment, brimstone, and fire to the people. Not as cute and cuddly as sweet baby Jesus in a manger, huh? Yeah, so that's something. And let's end with today's moon reading. Today, December 4th, is a waning crescent moon. And so if you look up in the sky, the waning crescent, also known as the balsamic moon, is partly illuminated, less than one half, and slowly decreasing into darkness. According to spiritualist Natalie Kawana, this is the time where the old cycle ends and the new one is near. It's a time to withdraw from the world, rest, and renew yourself. It is the final releasing and purging stage of this year. Yeah, wow. Time to think things over, contemplate, and complete anything remaining. Think of things you need to banish, like relationships, projects, or people who no longer serve you. Prepare for the new seeds with the start of the new cycle. That's what Natalie Kawana said, but now it's time for what YaYa's saying. Basically, you can let go of what isn't serving you or get dragged. Now's the time to decide.
So this week for our community pastoral care segment, we're going to switch things up a little bit, right? There are many ways to show that we care, many ways for us to get into like the holiday spirit. So for this holiday season, Real Talk on God Talk will be hosting a toy drive. Be sure to check out our Instagram in the upcoming days for more details and to see how you can participate in the toy drive and we can bring a smile to somebody's face this holiday season. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Love you guys. I don't believe in God. I know God.
I love me some Jesus.
You're doing too much.
That's crazy. That's on the next episode.
It's the moon reading.
I rock with you, YaYa.
It's all love.
They better listen to this advice. We good.
You crazy girl.
This is what this show is about, all right? We
Put
keep
the
it real.
and real talk, the God in God talk.
And that's a wrap.